Hello and welcome back to Spare Time Gardening and Open Gate Gardening with me, Simon. Today is one of those days that really starts to make the garden feel like summer is just around the corner. I've got some beautiful hanging baskets to plant up featuring the stunning Apricot Shades begonias, which have become one of my favourite summer plants for providing months of colour. We'll also be potting up additional baskets with some giant fuchsias, which should create a fantastic display once everything fills out and gets established. But that's not all. We'll also be turning our attention to the vegetable garden, where it's time to get the tomatoes planted up. These are plants I've been nurturing for several weeks now, and today they'll finally be moving into their growing positions, ready for the season ahead. It's always an exciting stage of gardening year. The seedlings and the young plants that we've cared for through spring are now beginning their journey towards becoming the colourful displays and productive crops we'll enjoy throughout summer. So whether you're looking for ideas for your own hanging baskets, wondering how to plant up begonias and fuchsias for maximum impact, or just simply want to spend some time in the garden with me, I hope you'll enjoy today's video. So let's get started and bring a little more colour and hopefully plenty of tomatoes to the garden. And as always, enjoy. So today's job is to pot up the hanging baskets. I've got these two here. I'm going to put in these begonia apricot shades. These are more plants that I bought from Thompson & Morgan, garden ready plants. These are last year's saved tubers that I've grown on, so those will go in the top. But that's because the begonias that we bought as plug plants, the other end of the year, there was begonia apricot shades on illumination. We had 24, and that's all that's left. So I had a bit of a disaster with them. Most of them rotted off. Don't know whether they got too wet, too cold, but lost almost all of them. Only 7 left out of 24. But anyway, let's get these baskets potted up. So just potting these up, so soil in the bottom, and then each one of these garden ready plugs just out, and then put them through the basket. Then top up the soil, and we'll do the same around the top. This should create a ball of colour during this summer. There you go, that's one begonia basket potted on. So begonia apricot shades around the side, there's a dozen of those. And then some of our saved tubers from last year just in the top to fill it out. That should create a nice ball of colour this summer. What's left to do is just give it a good water and we can hang it up. Now for basket 2. So I'm also going to pot up these 2 baskets with these giant trailing fuchsias. So I've got a tray there and a tray there that we've grown on. So I'm going to pot the baskets up with those. Those will grow in full sun or shade. So we'll pot those on as well. Nice display on the back garden. And there we have 2 giant fuchsia baskets potted on. So give them a good water, and that'll be another lovely summer display. We've got the other one hiding behind these tree lilies, which are huge, much bigger than I am. But again, Move that out of the way. Should be a summer display, but we'll move these once we get a bit more room in there in the garden. So we're going to get the tomatoes in. The tomatoes in the hanging basket. If we just have a look, Tom Thumb ones looking beautiful. Well, these are going to grow some cordoned tomatoes in this grow bag and in the greenhouse. So we'll get those potted up as well. So these are the tomatoes that are going in, just 3 into the grow bag. These are summer dew, nice and healthy. We'll stick those into this grow bag, just plumped it up, cut some holes in it, and then what we'll do is we'll pop them into pots filled with soil, give them more root room. The more roots it produces, the more fruit we should hopefully get. Let's get potting on. So I've now put holes in the grow bag, 3 pots in. Just going to fill these up with more soil, and then we'll pop the tomatoes in, put some stakes in to support them, give them a good drink, and they're in for the season, so we'll be able to get some lovely fresh and sweet tasting tomatoes. And there you go, 3 what are they called? Summer dew tomatoes, potted up in the grow bags. Give them a good drink and watch them romp away. So that's the begonia Apricot Shades baskets up, and I've just potted on another herb basket with mint and basil. We've got the amazing tree lilies, and we've got the second basket of begonia Apricot Shades. Give them a water and then watch them fill out to be an amazing display this summer.